Newcastle sweating as Fabrizio Romano confirms Liverpool advancing today for massive signing. Liverpool step-up chase for Hugo Ekitike as Newcastle remain reluctant on Salah. Liverpool are accelerating their pursuit of French striker Hugo Ekitike, holding advanced discussions not only with his current club, Eintracht Frankfurt, but also with the player's representatives. Rather than waiting around for Newcastle United to relax their firm stance on Alexander Isak's availability, the reigning Premier League champions are being proactive in their efforts to sign a new forward. With uncertainty looming over the Swedes' immediate future, Liverpool are making strategic moves to ensure they aren't left empty-handed. Both Isak and Ekitike delivered standout performances in the 2024-25 season, each surpassing 20 goals across all competitions. However, whether a deal for Isak is possible depends entirely on whether Newcastle are prepared to reconsider their current not-for-sale position. In the meantime, Liverpool's new sporting director Richard Hughes is pushing ahead. According to transfer expert Fabrizio Romano, the Reds are making progress in direct negotiations with Eintracht Frankfurt over Ekitike's transfer. Romano shared on X, formerly Twitter, that the Merseyside Giants are advancing today in club-to-club talks for the 23-year-old striker. Simultaneously, Liverpool are working to iron out personal terms with the player, demonstrating their intent to complete the deal swiftly. However, they would likely need to trigger the $100 million, $86.5 million release clause set by Frankfurt to make the move happen. Newcastle's Ekitike gamble. Newcastle, despite having one of the most talented strikers in world football under contract until 2028, don't hold a completely dominant hand in this scenario. Though they are determined to retain Isak, Liverpool's approach for Ekitike puts added pressure on the Magpies. John Aga Fjortoft, speaking on ESPN FC, confirmed that Ekitike is believed to favor a move to Liverpool should the opportunity arise. If the Reds fail to land Isak, they might very well redirect those funds toward the Frenchman, who could come at a slightly lower cost than the $120 million Liverpool are reportedly willing to pay for the Swedish star. It's a risky position for Newcastle. Losing out on a highly rated Bundesliga striker like Ekitike while also potentially being unable to keep Isak in the long run would be a major blow. While they may opt to keep their prized number 9 for now, there's no guarantee they'll manage to do so next summer, particularly if they fail to secure a Champions League spot again. Champions League football, a key factor to realistically retain Alexander Isak beyond the short term. Newcastle must continue qualifying for Europe's elite competition. Even then, convincing a world-class striker entering his peak years to reject a move to a club competing for the biggest trophies, such as Liverpool, may prove difficult. That's not a slight against Newcastle, who have made great strides under Eddie Howe and boast serious ambition. However, Liverpool are presently better positioned in terms of infrastructure, recent success, and consistent European participation, all of which appeal to players of Isak's caliber. Furthermore, Newcastle may need to consider whether now is the right time to maximize Isak's market value, with his contract gradually winding down and his stock arguably at its highest. Liverpool move quickly for Ekitike. Liverpool's efforts to land Ekitike appear increasingly serious. The striker bagged 22 goals and contributed 11 assists for Frankfurt last season, cementing his status as one of Europe's most promising young forwards. While speculation had linked him with multiple top clubs, including Manchester United and Newcastle, it's Liverpool who now appear closest to completing a deal. Romano clarified in a recent post that reports of Newcastle nearing a deal for Ekitike were inaccurate. Their last offer, worth $65 million, was rejected earlier this week, and no fresh bid has since been submitted. As it stands, Liverpool are the only club making tangible progress on both the club and player sides of the negotiation. For Liverpool fans, this development is a welcome sign that the club is not content to stand still. Many supporters are already looking forward to seeing new signings in action during the Community Shield and the upcoming season, with excitement building around Arne Slot's first full campaign in charge. Manchester United's interest remains tentative. Although Manchester United have been credited with interest in Ekitike, there is little substance to suggest they are serious contenders at this stage. Sky Germany's Florian Plettenberg has mentioned their name, but Romano has not echoed that claim in his latest updates. Given United's disappointing 2024-25 campaign, finishing 15th in the Premier League and failing to qualify for European football, it seems unlikely that Ekitike would choose them over Liverpool or even Newcastle, both of whom are in a more stable position competitively. Ekitike's price tag and Frankfurt's strategy David Ornstein of The Athletic recently revealed that Liverpool officially made contact with Frankfurt about signing Ekitike after Newcastle's latest bid was rebuffed. This signals a clear intention from the Reds to get ahead in the race. While Frankfurt are not actively pushing to sell, the Bundesliga side has a track record of doing business when the price is right. They previously offloaded Randall Kolo Muani to PSG for a combined $100,086.7 million and Omar Marmoush to Manchester City for around $80,069.3 million. So, despite claims that Ekitike is not technically on the market, history suggests Frankfurt would accept the right offer. Fjortoft reinforced that point, saying, "What I hear is that Ekitike is not for sale, but we know Frankfurt's model. They've cashed in big before, and they'll do it again if the price is met." Final thoughts: Liverpool's pursuit of a marquee forward continues to intensify, with Hugo Ekitike now at the forefront of their transfer priorities as the Alexander Isak situation remains unresolved. The Reds, guided by Richard Hughes, are showing no hesitation in taking decisive steps in the market, a refreshing sign of intent under their new regime. With interest growing and negotiations underway, the next few weeks could prove pivotal, not only in determining where Ekitike ends up, but also in shaping Liverpool's front line for the years ahead. If Newcastle don't budge on Isak, Liverpool may just land another rising star from the Bundesliga instead. Manchester United enter Ekitike race with player plus cash proposal. However, Liverpool's plan to sign Hugo Ekitike could be complicated by rivals Manchester United, who are reportedly stepping up their pursuit of the French forward. According to Caught Offside, United are preparing a player plus cash offer to try and beat Liverpool and Newcastle to the punch. United have shown interest in Ekitike before, and now seem determined to land the 23-year-old after holding initial discussions. With his entourage, Frankfurt reportedly turned down a $75 million, $65 million bid from Newcastle, valuing the striker closer to $100 million, $87 million, the same figure Liverpool may be ready to pay for Rodrigo. Ekitike's record speaks volumes. Last season, he bagged 22 goals and 12 assists across all competitions, helping Eintracht Frankfurt secure a third-place Bundesliga finish and return to the Champions League for just the second time in their history. With United keen to reshape their attacking unit under new boss Ruben Amorim, Ekitike is high on the list of targets. The Red Devils are also in active negotiations for Brentford winger Brian Mbeumo, although a transfer fee has yet to be agreed between the two clubs. Arsenal, leading Liverpool in Will Wright chase elsewhere, Arsenal have surged ahead in the race to sign Salford City's 17-year-old striker Will Wright, another name Liverpool had been monitoring. Journalist Ben Jacobs reports that Arsenal have made the most attractive offer to Salford, both in terms of finances and project clarity. Liverpool, having held extensive talks in recent days, are now expected to withdraw from the race. Wright, one of the most prolific youth strikers in England, netted over 50 goals across age levels last season and has made 4 senior appearances already. He continued his sharp form into pre-season, including a brace against FC United of Manchester. Arsenal's transfer momentum growing rapidly. The Gunners have been one of the busiest clubs this summer, with deals in place for goalkeeper Kepa Arrizabalaga, midfielders Martin Zubimendi and Christian Norgard, and winger Noni Madueke, who completed his medical recently. Centre-back Christian Mosquera is also set to arrive from Valencia, while talks for Victor Gyökeres are nearing completion. The Sweden international is eager to join and is simply awaiting the final agreement between Arsenal and Sporting CP. Final thoughts. A summer of tactical power. Plays